Ooh, have I got something for you today. Hi, welcome back to the Polymer Clay channel. So, have you ever tried to use one of these? Now, they absolutely freak me out because if you look at it really closely, you can see just kind of like the backwards version of a face, and it doesn't look particularly friendly. So I've put off using this for ages because I just didn't know what to do with it and whether it would come out okay, that sort of stuff. And I know it's good with resin and things like that, but I just couldn't get soft enough clay to go in it properly. And then I thought, I wonder if I could. So I used some professional polymer clay that's black, and it was soft enough to go in, and I was really surprised. So I thought, well, I'm just going to see what happens. I had a little tinter cover that had hand cream in, and I just thought I'll wash it out and see what happens. So I'm going to show you how this turned out. So here we go.
say something that would change my mind. Gotta give me something, 'cause I'm not blind. And I don't know how to enjoy it. Every time you tell me it's not there, I suppose that we won't stand a chance. We won't stand a chance. That will blow my mind. If I have learned one thing, it's wasting time. I don't know how to enjoy it. Every time you tell me it's not there, I suppose that we won't stand a chance.
Thanks for watching the tutorial. So I bet you're really fascinated as to how this come out. And I really was as well. But you know what? This is something I never thought I would make. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So here is the face in its full glory. I'm going to bring it in slightly and come out a shot so you can see how it looks. And I wanted to give it kind of like the rainbow look, but I didn't want the whole thing to be rainbow. It was something that I wanted to do a mix of. Now you would have seen all the multicoloured rainbow balls that I had in shot for the majority of the video, and you were probably thinking, what on earth is she going to do with all that? Well, now you know, and I've got an awful lot of rainbow left over, so I'm going to be doing some more rainbow projects in the future to use that up. So a lot of my clay is really old, so I have to put in an awful lot of work to get it soft. So I thought, well, if I make big enough round balls to, you know, do something with in the future, that is what I'm going to do. So yeah, this wasn't intended to be as kind of dark as it was. As you saw, the tin originally had like a stony sort of colour polymer clay. I wanted to show the benefits of getting the mica powder, which is by A-NRZO. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but I will link it in the description, as it is the most amazing mica powder that I've ever used. So you've seen the front, so I'm just going to show you the back. So as you know, this was all stone coloured originally, has quite a deep pattern, and it's completely covered it up. So I would completely recommend the mica powder that I've used in this project, and I always use this one because it is just doesn't matter what colour you've got polymer clay, it will just cover it completely. Even if you use some of the lighter colours, it just works out great. So let's talk about the detail a bit more. I'm going to come in closer so you can get an idea of how it looks. As I wanted it to go in a rainbow kind of formation, so it goes yellow, orange, and then throughout the entire rainbow, because I absolutely love that sort of look. I'm going to show you the top part here as well. So she's got herself a little parting, and as you saw when I put the hair on, I just did it strand by strand, bit by bit. Now, because the tin had already got mica powder on it, it slid around quite a lot. So I had to use liquid polymer clay to kind of fix it in place. And then I used it also to fix it in place around here as well. And because it was then all covered in mica powder, I had to kind of like just keep using the liquid clay for the little balls as well. But as you can see, hang on, let me come out of shot. But as you can see, it doesn't actually show up at all. And then I put some glitter on it like you do, because it wouldn't be my sort of project without little bits of glitter. But have you noticed I am holding myself back a little bit? So I'm going to go in, focus a little bit more. You can see that I've really held back on my glitter. And I don't know how I'm doing it, to be honest with you. So the next project might be absolutely covered in glitter and you won't actually see any polymer clay maybe. So here we go. I'm just going to open it up now so you can see that it is a fully working tin. That's the inside. It does actually still smell really nice of the hand cream that I did have in there originally, and it does up to a full flush, so you can see all the way around here. And yeah, so I'm really happy with this. I don't know where the idea came from. I've liked this design for a long while, and I kept looking at these little faces thinking I need to do something with that. And I've got so many things that I buy and then think, oh, I don't know how to use that, and then don't. So I thought I need a new idea for a video, and this was it. So this is how you make a little face with rainbow hair with polymer clay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Time for a drink. Time for a drink. Face, and it's full gore. The tin originally had kind of a. The tin originally had. Oh my god! Why can't I say that? The tin originally had. The tin originally. What is it? Like a stone colour. And I wanted to show the benefits, basically, of getting the A-NRZO. The A-NRZO, oh my god. I wanted to show the benefits of getting the polymer, I wanted to show the benefits of getting the, oh my god, what's going wrong with me? This is all just going wrong. The living legend. See you later, bye.